Thanks for joining us on a very special Golden Eagle Spotlight interview. Today's guest is Coach Stan Anderson of the men's soccer team. Coach, thanks for being here.
Nice to see you.
Always good to see you. Now, it's a special day because there's a few new Golden Eagles under the fold for the men's soccer program. That first is Charlie Lyon out there, the goalkeeper from Illinois. Tell me a little bit about him.
He's good. He's got great size to him. He comes in with good pedigree. He's been in and out of the national team. And how that works is you're literally in and out. You come in, you go out. You come in, you go out. So he always has that prospect of going back. But he's a good one. He's a big boy.
Now there's a midfielder from Illinois as well, who, from everything I've seen, might be the star of this class. That's Brian Shishilka. Tell me a little bit about what he brings to the table.
I think people would say that because he's uniquely gifted. He's a smaller guy, but he's definitely a plus player. Play will go through him. He keeps the ball very well. He feeds people well. He's strong, and strong by I mean his soccer abilities are just. He's pretty uniquely gifted. He's a good one. Another
guy coming in playing the same position, that midfielder spot, is Eric Podest, but he's 6'3".
Yeah.
What is he bringing to the table?
And you know what, Brett? I think he's only getting taller. Every time we've seen him, he seems to have gotten taller. We've tracked him for a long time, sophomore year, I believe, and at that time we were like, no, wow, this one's good. And so we were on him early, and he is another good one. He comes from the Sockers, David Richardson, Brett Hall, all those guys. He's a good one and probably can play a couple different positions. He's a good one. He's a good one.
Paul Dillon comes down from Virginia. He's with the U.S. developmental team down there. What is he going to bring? He's a 5'8" midfielder, but he's got some pedigree as well, like you spoke about earlier.
Yeah, Virginia Rush, and he's probably going to see a left back role for us, is where we see him. He can also get forward and do some things there. But captain of his team, most of these guys have been captains of their teams. Very good and can strike dead balls. I mean, he brings a good pace, a good size. He's not a real tall guy or anything like that for a left back. But he's a good, solid left back, and I think he'll come in and do some things for us.
Sounds like a leader that you want to bring into the fold and put in that position.
Exactly.
Charlie Hoover's one of the guys that you brought in, a slew of them from pretty much right in your backyard here from Whitefish Bay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know you go from Milwaukee, and he comes into this program now. Tell me what he's going to bring.
Yeah, he comes from the Bavarians. Very good coaches at the Bavarians. Very rich history, tradition-rich club, and he comes in as one of the better players, not only in the state but certainly in that club as well. He's going to be versatile for us. He can go and go and go and go. He's another uniquely gifted one in midfield that can get up and down, keep the ball, thread the ball. We're looking for him to get forward a little bit more, but he's a good one. We're very happy to get him.
Finally, you've got a pair of defenders. The first is from Ohio, Dennis Holowati. What's he going to bring here to Marquette?
Dennis is a smart back, whether that be center back or outside back, but he's a smart back, and I say that because he uses what he has, and he uses what he has well. Another captain until the state championship game, undefeated and the #1 team in the nation, not just in Ohio, and they lost in the final in penalties. But another captain of his side of the #1 team in the country. Good player. He'll be smart in the back. Exactly. I think most all of them were.
Unbelievable. John Mao is one of the guys who was all-conference. Another guy from Wisconsin. He's going to add to that great defensive core here. Is he going to be a player that you're going to see fit into this program pretty well? Yeah,
I don't know when. With all these guys, you never know when.
It's tough, yeah.
Exactly, and we're getting to that point, and that's what makes us happy. What John does in particular is his short term. If you look a year and a half ago, might not have been on the radar. But what you've seen him accomplish over this last year now, fantastic. And I think that upside with his body shape, his height, everything, what he brings, he's very coachable. He'll get himself in that mix.
When I saw you in this class was announced, you said you were pretty excited about it. And hearing about these guys, it's pretty motivating for, I think, Marquette soccer fans to hear what players are joining the fold of a team that made the Big East tournament for the first time in program history here. So pretty good time to be a Marquette fan.
You're absolutely right. And I think they're coming in at a very good time where it's even more competitive. And these guys have the appetite that they know it's competitive, but they're coming in, and they're coming from programs like the Chicago Fire and obviously down of the Virginia Rush and the Sockers. These guys are very good coaches, good friends of ours, but they're also very good coaches and very good clubs, high schools, what have you, and they bring a lot to the table. They really do.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us here.
Thank
you. Johnson Hall, Brad Galli for Stan Anderson here. Catch this interview on GoMarquette.com. All of your coverage of Marquette soccer can be found there, as well as on MUTVSports.com. For Coach, again, Brad Galli here. Thanks for joining us, Marquette. Have a good one.